Hello everyone. So we have now a heat wave in Poland. This week summer is back and I had, as you know, a great week with my Dutch friend Lillian with her camper. We did a road trip. And then I had a fantastic week last week with my Kraków family, like the Dutch slash British family that I lived with in Kraków. They live now in the Netherlands and they came to Kraków for a whole week, for 10 days. So before I go to the Missouri Lakes again tomorrow for the rest of the week, of which of course I will take you with me, I was thinking about making this video because I asked my Dutch friend Lillian for her opinion about Poland and like her top places that like the top six of the cities that she's been to, because this was her route and I've done some of the route with her and some cities she has done on her own. And this is what she said. So I have it written down in my book so I can use her words. These are her words, and I will tell you her top six places of the cities that she's been to in Poland. So on number six, she has Kraków. She says it's a beautiful city with a lot to do and see, but she thinks that she would outgrow the old town the fastest of all cities. And maybe it also had to do a little bit with the rain because we had the day that we explored the city, we had like rain non-stop, like how it is in the Netherlands. So I showed her the places, but we didn't do a lot. So maybe it will get a higher place when I when I show her more things in the city. But yeah, number six is Kraków. And number five, she has Warsaw, Warsaw, because for her it was like a bit too industrial, and she says that some areas have a real charm because she walked all over the city, like literally. I saw her photos and I was like, wow. She walked like the whole city and also like areas around it, and I was like, you've seen a lot. So for her it's a bit too industrial, and I know I get what she means because Warsaw is um like a different pace, I think, also of all the cities in Poland. It's like fast, it's more like business and stuff, so I get what she means. Then on number four, she has Wrocław. She cannot pronounce that city, by the way. It's so funny. Um, so she says it's somewhat a smaller city and it's really cozy. It has beautiful parks, but there's less adventure. So in Wrocław, she has been on her own. I was not with her, and I was there in winter with the Christmas market. But I still have to visit Wrocław in summer or like spring or late summer. So I think in September I will be in Wrocław again. So let's see. I get what she means because I even in winter the parks were beautiful. So let's see what I will think in the summer of Wrocław. Then her top three is really interesting to me, but also I get it. Number two and number three are really close, she says, and they might change. Like if she visits the cities more often, they might swap places. So on number three now, she has Gdańsk. So she thinks that like Gdańsk is very big and like really like an absolutely stunning city. Like everywhere you look is like really beautiful. Um, so she says with her words like this city will always stay an adventure. And I really like that she's saying that because it doesn't matter how much you walk around and you're being in the city, it will always be like an adventure. Um, so Gdansk is very close to number two, because number two she has Lublin, um, because she felt like something special there. It's like for her, it's like three cities in one, because we were staying a little bit on the outside of the city. We walked through a park like a little bit outside of Old Town, and that was already like one city for her. And then you get like the part with the big square and the fountains, and like all the terraces. That was like a second city. And then you get like through the gate into Old Town, and that's like a whole new small city on its own, and that's how she feels it. And she feels like it's really a small and artistic place. And yeah, I totally agree with her because Lublin is also my number two. I really love that city a lot, and it also inspired her a lot. So that's nice. I Because she didn't have it on her list, and I was like, well, I have to add this city because I think you will love it. So I'm really happy that it also got her heart. So it's nice. And then on number one, she has Poznan. So she thinks that Poznan has a lot to explore, and even the new part of the city feels warm and cozy to her. So I already told her that Poznan, now there are a lot of like still the things going on the square, like the, how do you call it? But still, she feels like this city is like something different. Um, and she really wants to come back to explore even more. So Poznan is number one on her list. And I don't remember at what what place I had Poznan, because I've been to Poznan and I also thought it was a special place. Yeah, so this is her list. I have to visit Poznan. She inspires me now to visit Poznan again because I want to see and feel what she means. So Poznan, I will come soon to explore you again because it has been a while. It was in beginning of 2022, I think I was there. So I really think her list is really, really interesting because of the explanations as well. Yeah, so let's see. She will come again, and then we will talk a little bit more, and I will show her more places probably. But because she still has to see the mountains. But I also asked her about her opinion of Poland because when I left the Netherlands to go to Poland, she didn't understand why I went to Poland because she understood that I would leave the Netherlands and start traveling, but then she didn't get why I would go to Poland because she had that image of that Poland's like gray and like a lot of those communist buildings, those flats and stuff. And she didn't know about the nature and about how beautiful the cities are. So now her opinion about Poland like changed like 180 degrees because now she says like she understands the charm of Poland, the varied nature, historical cities, and upcoming economy makes it an attractive country to visit and even stay for a longer time. And she has only one small negative thing is for her the insanely difficult language. And I remember when I was for the first time in Poland and I was an au pair, and I was staying with my Polish family. I couldn't understand a thing. Like really, I know her feelings because now, of course, I studied the language like a little bit, and now I can understand mostly what people are saying. Talking is still quite difficult for me, but she didn't understand anything. It's like nothing like English or Dutch. So I get her point. And then she has a few things that really um surprised her, but like what she noticed about Poland is that there's a lot of coffee and ice cream, and not just coffee and ice cream but really quality coffee and ice cream. So yeah, I now also see that like I that was also one of the things that I was like, because lode was one of the first Polish words I learned. Lode. So that's saying a lot. Ice cream. You love it here. Also quality coffee. It's like Deborah also told me, like when now I'm back in the Netherlands and I compare the Dutch restaurants and cafes with the coffee and with those in Poland, it's like she cannot find good coffee. It's really hard to find the good coffee now because she's used to the Polish quality in the cafes. And Lillian also noticed that the people are very friendly and also very helpful, because I also saw it when they try to help and like really give us recommendations and tips, and always try to make themselves understood. Like, even if they cannot really speak English, they try like to make themselves, that we would understand them. So that's really nice. I also noticed that like pretty early already when I was here. And one interesting thing that you maybe also think is interesting is that the people are really nice in traffic. And maybe you don't have that opinion. I don't know how Polish people think about that. But you're really like gentlemen sometimes, like in traffic, like um, letting each other pass through, and like, and giving that sign like you do when someone gives you permission to go, you give that sign with your lights. And that's so not in the Netherlands, like really. So that's why we as Dutch people have that opinion that Polish people are like gentlemen in the in traffic. So I'm really curious about what you think about that, because I don't know how Polish people look at how you drive. So those are the opinions and list of my Dutch friend Lillian. She can't wait to come back. It was a really magical week, and yeah, I think we made another person fall in love with Poland for a bit, because in the summer she wants to come again. We will do the south of Poland. And also, yeah, Deborah and the family, they love it here so much. So they lived in Poland for 4 years. And Kraków is just like a really special place for them. It will always be home. And it will always feel like home. It will always feel like they come home when they come here. And the kids even said in the car like a couple times that they want to move back here. And I also talked with Deborah about it, that she really would love to. So let's see what will happen. Maybe in the future they will come back and live here again. Because when you come and live here and you're open and you embrace Poland and Kraków with all of your heart, it's like it gets that really special feeling and a special place in your life that you cannot get rid of anymore. So yeah, let's see. And for me, now I have 2 free days before I go on my next project to the Masuri Lakes to get you and see and make beautiful films about the Masuri Lakes, another beautiful part of Poland that I already saw some glimpses of with Lillian last week. But yeah, it will be really special. And then probably end of August I will go a little bit to the south again, to another Polish family with 3 kids. I still have to meet them. Let's see. And then I'm planning a new hike because for the new people, I hiked the Polish seaside in the winter, 416 kilometers. And then in February, also in the winter, I did like a bit of the mountains in the winter, like 270 kilometers. And now in September, the second half of September, I want to do another hike. And you made me really curious about Lower Silesia. So I'm planning the route right now. And when I know more, I will tell you, I will keep you updated. But for now, this is it. I hope you have a great day, a great week, because it will be hot, so stay cool. This evening I will do an evening walk, and of course take you with me, make a beautiful video about summer evening in Kraków. So stay tuned, there are a lot of things happening. I also want to do maybe a Q&A, so if you have questions, always feel free to put them down in the comments, because I read them all. I still have to take some time to respond now to the hundreds of comments I got. But I will, because last week was really busy. I didn't have any free time because I spent all my time with my Kraków family, of course. So tomorrow I will take some time to read and answer a lot of your comments. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because our family keeps growing and I am so grateful for all of you. And see you in the next one. Pa!